Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the weekly 49ers Coaches Film Breakdown. I'm Grant Cohn with the All 49ers film expert and rising journalism star, Jack Hammer. Good to have you, Jack. How you doing?
I'm good. Thanks, Grant. How you doing?
You know Jack Hammer's hot because a lot of people don't like him, who don't even know him. I went through that too. People are like, who's this Jack Hammer? Who does he think he is? He's doing it right. He's doing it right. So we usually go on here and have a lot of criticism for the 49ers. They just pulled out a really impressive win, and we're going to go through and show you how they did it both on offense and defense.
Yeah, this was a really good game all the way around. And let's start off right from the beginning. First offensive play of the game at 10:04, because it really sets the tone for what the rest of this game looks like for the 49ers. And they come right out, and they're going to run this. They're going to run the first two plays of the game. They run right up the gut. And on this one, we're going to get Kittle coming across, and he's going to kick out the end man on the line of scrimmage, who is in the stand-up position right now. And you're going to see the thing to watch as you watch this one, especially if you watch from the end zone, you can see it. Wilson is 4 to 5 yards up the field before he even is touched. It's just great blocking all the way through. And you've got Juszczyk coming around also to help lead this through. So it's just really good all around.
Yeah. I love this play call from Kyle Shanahan and whoever drew this up. First thing I noticed about it, it's a counter play.
Yes. And
you got your counter step here and your two guys pulling around from the strong side to the weak side.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
And that little counter step it's basically, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. It's really like a counter trade, like the
yes.
Redskins used to run, except for they're doing it with their tight end and a fullback instead of the guards and tackles. But it's the same concept of blocking. You get the kick out from the first guy, and you lead up to the hole with the second.
That's right. And the Niners have had a lot of trouble running against the Cardinals the last couple of years, and the Cardinals do a good job of setting the edge. So what do? Kick them out.
Yep.
And I just love when Kyle Shanahan's running the ball like this. Another thing I notice about him is the choices he makes. First down, running counter from the gun. Not something you would expect from him. It's subtle, but it's out of character and it works. And having these all year, what they've been having, these jet sweep blockers, it's kind of his signature as well. It's an interesting way to dress up a play that Joe Gibbs was running in the 80s.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. It's the 2020 spin of the same thing. And
good call.
And it just works really well, and they're able to just gouge him here on first down.
The offensive line looked really good in this game. I don't know if shotgun helped, but it couldn't hurt.
No, it couldn't hurt. No, it's definitely not hurting. But it's just they're just doing a really good job of everything with a lot of lead blocks and things like that. It's really good.
Arizona looked confused.
Yeah. The Niners, like you said, the Niners have had trouble running against them, and they really turned that around this week.
Absolutely. Okay. What's the next play?
Let's go ahead and jump to the next play. Actually, it's the same as the very next play at 9:29.
Okay.
Then, like I said, we're just setting the stage here for what this game was about.
Back in the gun.
Yeah, and this one they're going to be snapping it, so it's like a jet motion. Where when they're snapping, it looks like it's going to be jet motion. Could be.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of the same thing, but going back the other way.
It's power.
Yep. You got
check it out.
You got
your tight end over here. Boom. Yep.
It's all blocked in. You're going to get a really good the block by Kittle right here. These first two blocks of the game were just huge. They just drive him. Look at that. He's all the way down to the center.
Yep. Terrific. Everything's just great. Yep.
Yeah. And Dwelly with a nice lead up through the hole as well.
Absolutely.
Just really good. Both those runs, we gained 14 yards. So the 49ers gained 14 yards on those, and he's gained 10 yards before contact probably on both of those plays.
Absolutely.
I think
cool. We start off with counter and power. It's a very Jim Harbaugh way to start the game, but you're just doing it from the gun with some window dressing.
Yep. And they come out and they run those couple of plays to start off with, and they're kind of got to move, and then this just rolled the next one too, because this one kind of ends the drive in a way at 8:49.
Okay. This the one?
Yeah, this is it. And he's looking left. He's thinking that he's going to get Kittle. Kittle doesn't win, so he comes back to the middle and he hits Ayuk. This should be a completion. It's low, but this is the ball that Ayuk's got to catch. It's still low, about his knee level or so when he goes down to catch it. The thing that I saw in this one though was even though he's able to fit this in there, the better throw here is actually to Juszczyk.
Yeah, I saw that too. Juszczyk is trying to get his attention too with his waves at him.
Yeah, because if he gets this one to Juszczyk, then you get the catch and the run after. he's probably going to gain as much yardage with a safer throw.
I think Beathard looked pre-snap and he's like, use check on Patrick Peterson. Yeah, I'm going to look somewhere else.
Oh yeah,
but it just yeah.
He's got Kittle up there. You know, it looks like he's in a man situation, so that's why he's choosing that one. But you know, the linebacker drops right in there, and he has to come back to the other side. And I think really what it was, he just threw it to the first guy that he saw. He didn't really
absolutely a little bit of a panic throw from a sideways platform. CJ Beathard throws some funky throws off of some funky platforms.
Yeah, his feet, and there's a couple of throws that we'll see as we go through this where his feet just aren't right, and that's part of why this one ends up where it does. He's kind of look at he's all stretched out with his legs and everything as he throws that ball.
Yeah. So I know during the emotion of a game, watching the Niners win, you think, Beathard, what a great story. Bring him back next year. When you watch the tape, it's like, oof, I don't know. Maybe this was just a really good game by Kyle Shanahan. We'll see.
It was a real good game. I think that Beathard played pretty well for the most part. He's got a couple of clunkers in here, and this was one of them.
Yeah.
It should be a complete. There's a couple of what I mean by that is there's a couple of plays that he completes that he got a little bit lucky on.
Yep.
And there's a couple of them that are drops that aren't his fault as well. So
definitely.
It's kind of a mixed bag.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. So, okay, what's the next one?
Yeah, we'll see. Let's jump to 807.
Okay.
So it's 3rd and 7.
Sure.
The drop really killed the drive because that puts them in 2nd and 10, and then they're only able to get 3 yards on that 2nd down run. So now they're stuck at 3rd and 7. And you're going to get what's going to happen here is you're going to get the guy up at the top is going to twist in. It's a really good concept on the blitz from the Cardinals. He's going to be he's going to be the one that gets. He's one of the guys that gets the sack.
Yeah.
And this is a tough one. There's nowhere for Beathard to step. McGlinchey gets beat around the edge, but that's typical. I mean,
the problem with Brunskill, really.
Yeah, but the problem here is you've got Brunskill has a man that's right on top of his face.
Yeah.
So what the Cardinals have done, if you go back to the pre-snap look, so 58's going to make School think that he's coming. He's actually in man coverage on McKinnon, so that's going to occupy him. The nose is going to occupy Brunskill. And the other two guys over here, 75 and 71, they're covered by 42. You get 44 looping around.
Yep, all the way. And now 60's blocking 2 people, basically.
And then on top of that, you've got the right tackle not able to hold his man up, so you're having to they're basically stuffing him right into the rush. It's a really good concept designed by the Cardinals defensive coordinator to force him.
You'd have to get 75 to bump him over, and there'd be a lot of teamwork right there. And the Niners don't exactly execute pass plays that well like that. That'd be tough. It's a tough one.
Yeah, and this is a play where if Beathard had tried to throw the ball, you get the same situation we got in Dallas the week before because McGlinchey's unable to not have to always drive his man around. You almost never see him get a solid block at the line of scrimmage like you'll see Williams at times.
Actually, let's give Beathard credit for ducking and covering. 2 hands on the ball. They go for it here. They're reaching at it here. 2 hands on the ball. Actually, that's a really good play. He could have fumbled there. Yeah,
the fact that they didn't turn the ball over right there, that's a positive. Yep. If they had been able to just block this up a little bit better, he's got McKinnon wide open. He's got James coming open. They just there's just nowhere to go with the ball though. There's too much chaos going on in the pocket.
No question. So that's 3rd down. So that's what you're trying to avoid. 3rd and 7 because this team isn't built. What team is built to convert 3rd and 7 really?
Yeah. Well, yes, but tough. If you had a better right tackle who isn't constantly forcing your quarterback to have to stop up, that's going to help.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have to say that helped. That would help. Jeez. Okay.
So let's jump now to the next series that they have, 656. This is a much better series for them.
Okay. Hold on. Here we go. 656.
And this is going to be a nice. It looks at this point right there. It looks like the opening play, right? They've motioned out. They're motioning across. Play action. So it looks all like that same first, like the opening play of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to hit Ayuk on a deep.
Yeah, it's a great observation. I noticed that too. It's basically the same exact play from the first play, but it's play action, and you see how Kyle Shanahan sets these things up. Really cool.
Yeah,
same thing.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yep. How you see how Kyle Shanahan builds a game plan. We're going to run it on the first drive. We're going to play action on the second drive. It's part of the script. I love it. It's fascinating. I love this stuff.
Yeah, all the way. It's all the way through. That it's the same all the way through. Where when you watch that, you'll see Dwelly blocks the end, comes off, and releases into the flat.
Really nice.
It's really nice, and it's a good throw. Ayuk makes a nice catch for a first down.
I would imagine when Kyle put this script together, he was really proud of this. Like, look how I set this up. I would be proud of this. It's terrific.
Yeah, he should. He should.
Yeah.
It's an easy second throw for the quarterback. Yep. I know it's a little bit downfield, but everything's looking the same, and that just creates a really nice look at the pocket that he gets as a result.
Right. I mean, no one's really rushing him. They all were playing the run, and he gets to wait and have a really makeable 15-yard throw to his best receiver. Nice.
Yep, and he hits him right between the numbers. So it's a nice little start to their drive here.
Absolutely.
And then let's go to 6:22. This might be the next play.
Okay. Looks like it. Yep. So this is now 1st and 10 at the 41. If it's not the right play, let me know. Hold on. Okay.
We're going to get a boot action. And it's a little easy. It's a super easy throw once again. So his first two throws are easy ones.
Mm-hmm.
Kittle's only 2 yards downfield when he catches the ball, but this really shows the difference between having George Kittle and what he brings from a run after catch perspective, because he catches this ball and is able to get 21 yards after the catch.
Yeah, he's able to cut back and get upfield too, which is nice. It gets him. If he went outside, he would have got maybe 8 yards. This way, he's able to get all these extra yards. It's nice.
Yeah, he cuts it back up, and is looking for contact, and he kind of leaves his feet a little bit here, and that dive is nice because it actually helps him to pick up about 4 yards.
Yes.
Instead of just trying to run through the man, kind of diving like that allows him to gain more yardage.
I love this play. It's got to be top 5 in the 49ers playbook when you consider who they're throwing to. It's such an easy way to give George Kittle the ball, and I don't know who else you'd rather have other than maybe Deebo Samuel in this situation.
Yeah, no, that's who you want to go to.
Yeah,
and, they've already been running the ball, and that the fact that they've been running it well in their first couple of times, that first series, they're really see that you get two plays, back-to-back plays with the Cardinals overcommitting and big chunk plays to start the drive.
And real quick, if you notice, like Ayuk, you could make the argument that he's open, but why even try when this is the easiest 20-yard gain and it's guaranteed?
Oh yeah,
why? Yeah, it's the right call.
That's the right place to go with the ball.
Yeah,
because it's an easy throw.
No doubt, absolutely. Good call by Beathard.
Yep.
All right.
And then let's go ahead. We're still on the same drive. Let's go to 3:25.
Okay.
And I really want to kind of just keep showing these running plays just because the blocking is so good. And I think it's worth taking a look at.
Shotgun again. Real quick before, just to go on a real little tangent, but as I'm watching this and I'm noticing, is it possible that they want a guy like Trey Lance and they vision themselves like being a shotgun team? I mean, I don't know, man. This is very interesting. This is a little evolution of Kyle Shanahan. But anyway, let's keep going. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. And they're going to run that same motion where it looks like they're going to kick out, but they're going to come back around the other side.
Yep.
It's a nice little run.
Yes.
When you watch from this angle, once again, this is a 7-yard gain, but he's gaining some pretty good yardage before he's even getting touched. He keeps it tight. He's already gained 3 yards before 58 even gets into his way.
Yeah.
And he's able
some blocking credit. Nice job from McGlinchey, who gets pushed back, but at least walls him off.
Yep. You got a really good blocking down in there. And even Dwelly down there on the linebacker at the second level.
They've become much more of a downhill between the tackles running team, and it really, really suits 30.
Yeah, it suits him, and it really suits what their team is.
Yes.
Even with Mostert in there, they can run these kind of plays, and I think without a problem. It's just this game reminded me a lot of of their game against New England.
Yes.
A lot of downhill runs.
Yes.
A lot of hitting on the edges. Same kind of stuff we saw when he started in that game as well.
Because he's built up such a reputation of getting the edge that every defensive coordinator comes into the Niner game being like, we got to set the edge. All right, well, let's watch what we do now. Watch what the 2020 Niners, how they run. It's very cool.
Yes.
And
as we're going to see, they do a very good job of hitting the edge a little bit later. They've come out in the beginning, they're just punching in the mouth, and then we'll see on their next series them starting to take it to the edges.
Let's give Trent Williams some props right here. It's subtle, but just watch. He's going to move this guy from Arizona to California. Watch. Gets a little double team action, but just doesn't stop. Moves you across the border. into Tahoe. Love
Yep.
it. Good
Yep.
job, Trent. All right.
Yep. If Tomlinson had been able to get to that second level, he would have been able to get it.
Yes.
Further, but he just kind of messes it.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. Yeah.
But still a really nice play. Nice 7-yard
Yeah.
gain. Let's jump to 251. So the next play, because that was a 1st and 15 play.
Okay, cool.
And this is going to be the touchdown.
All right.
And a lot of people noted this during the game, but this is a similar. The route that Wilson's going to run is pretty much the same thing that he ran last year in the second game against Arizona for a touchdown. A little bit different because it's not quite a Texas route. He's getting up a little bit more up the field before he cuts in.
Just nice route.
Yeah.
Same side of the field. And then you can't really see it from this angle, but a hell of a catch. Nice hands. Some serious separation.
Yep.
Nice catch.
Yeah, that's good catch, good ball. And then from this point, he's just running through the defense.
Yeah, makes that guy miss.
Yeah, he makes them both miss. I don't even think they touch him.
Ooh, that's nice. Both of them. He's subtle. This guy too. Nice. Jeff Wilson Jr. is good. Him too. Yeah.
Yep. They've got two really good running backs when Mostert comes back healthy next year. They
really do. I liked Hasty too, if he could stay healthy. Yeah. I mean, he didn't show that. I thought he flashed here and there.
Uh-huh.
And they'll draft another guy, and Austin Walters has been pretty good. Anyway.
Yeah.
Not draft another guy, sign another guy.
Totally hear you. Yeah. So, really good start to the game for the offense.
Oh,
and they moved the ball throughout for the most part pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a really nice one. Like we said, this goes right back to what they did at the end of the game last year.
There's something nice about having a running back wear the number 30 in a Shanahan offense. It just feels right. It's like,
there you go.
I'm not saying Terrell Davis, but God, he should start next year. 25-year-old running back runs like this. Why not? Especially if you're going to move to the shotgun and run downhill. He's pretty good at it.
I think the Mostert should be the starter with him. There's definitely a split. The problem with them is I think that, you got to remember Wilson was their 5th running back at the start of the year.
I know.
Which is a mistake. He needs to be the second guy. It needs to be Mostert and him. Mostert, people are talking about his durability, but he got stuck on that turf and at MetLife like everybody else.
True. That's fair. That's fair.
And then he just kept fighting his way back, and then he just kept couldn't get past that high ankle sprain.
It's true. He could come back and be a monster next year if he's healthy.
Yeah, they just need to have a good balance between these two guys, I think.
Good call. I'm with you, Jack. Yep. All right, what's next?
Let's jump to the third series now. Let's go to 1206.
Okay. Sure. First and 10.
And up to this point, they've been killing them inside. And this one, they're gonna motion Juszczyk into the backfield, and they're actually gonna run a toss out to the right. And this is just watch the blocking from everybody on this one. That's where this play is made.
Oh, first of all, I love this. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I think it might have been in New Orleans, Ayuk missed this block.
Mm-hmm.
And Coleman lost 9 yards.
Yes.
Well, they coached him up because look at this.
Yeah, see, he's coming. He takes that first step backwards, and that's how he's able to get his angle. Yep.
There you go. Yep. So
instead of coming straight down, that's a good catch. I didn't see that on the.
They actually fixed it, and now the whole thing works.
Yep.
Also, credit to McGlinchey.
Everybody, he's 8 yards down the field before he gets to the back of his blocker because they're doing such a good job on the edge.
Also, credit to Beathard. I don't know what he saw, but he canned from one run to the next. Meaning, I believe. Let's see. He did a good job with this in the game. I don't know if it was this one.
Well, he definitely does something. I'm not sure if he's changing the play, but it looks like it could be.
Yeah, that's an alert right there. So I don't know what he was seeing, but every time he did this, they ran for like 10 yards. So good for CJ. I never really saw him as being the bookworm, studious quarterback, but I guess I underestimated him. That's smart. I don't know what he saw.
Yeah, he did. Anyway. He had. I thought he played a pretty good game.
He did. Just some of his throws, I'm like, we'll get to it later.
Yep. Yeah. And the thing with him is they only threw 22 passes. I think that helps him out a little bit too. So they've gained a couple. Let's skip one over to 9-10 because Wilson has another nice run after this, and we've been doing a lot of runs. I think we've kind of beat that.
Yeah.
That fact that they've just really running the ball well without any.
Yeah.
So let's go to 9-10 because this was a drive that had been going along. They had moved the ball pretty well. And they have a false start by Bourne that knocks them back. So they're stuck in 2nd and 12 at this point.
As soon as I see Juszczyk motion out, and I'm like, okay, something bad's gonna happen. At least there's a running back in the backfield, but I'm like, they're gonna pass.
Okay. Yeah. And this is the first of back-to-back plays like this.
Yep.
He's got them. We've seen them run this play a lot where they kind of run the tight end over the middle with that guy coming underneath, putting the linebacker and it's a nice throw. This should be a completion. They should be getting themselves into a 3rd and 7 situation, 3rd and 8 situation, but they get the drop.
Right. Been running this since they got here. They've been running this for 4 years.
Yeah. Yep. That underneath guy really kind of takes the second level person out of the play if he runs it like that, just because of the way that they stack on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the safety driving on it too. So definitely, he's the only guy to go to.
Tough one.
Yeah, but it should have been a completion.
Yeah.
And then the next play, we'll skip that one too. But the next play is a drop to Richie James. Kind of a similar situation. They got James over the middle. Should be a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Right.
And he hits him right between the numbers, and James drops it. So, we're now at 3 drops in the first half of the game.
Okay.
By the offense. Let's go. Where are we here? Okay. Let's go to 431.
Okay.
This is really all that this was a bad possession for him. They only gained a couple of yards. Wilson got hurt, went out.
Right.
2nd and 8 now. Deep in their own territory.
Mm-hmm.
And 44 just beats Williams around the edge.
Yes, he does. Yes, he certainly does. 44 is good.
He's very good. They've got both those guys, 44, 43. They're both really good off of the edge.
They are. You don't see 71 get beat that cleanly. Nothing against 71. He's a good player. Wow, 44. That was Marcus Golden. He was available, right?
Yep.
Strange. I just could have had him.
Yep. That's I think they got it from the Giants in the trade.
And again, though, when this happens in the game, what's the score? So I can't even see it. The Cardinals have 3. The Niners have what?
I think it's 7-3.
Yeah, it's 7-3. Yeah, you're 2nd and 9, but straight drop back, no play action. You're just asking. You're asking for it. And every time they did this in the game, I held my breath. Not because I root for the Niners, but because I just don't want CJ to get hurt. And man, it's like, okay, well, good luck. Here we go. Yep. Anyway, they basically minimized this in the game and did a good job of, I don't know how many straight dropbacks they called, maybe 6 or 7, something like that. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, they only called 25. I think they ran 55 plays and only 25 of them were passes.
Right. And a lot of them were play action and had some type of deception in it. So that's good. Anyway.
Yeah. So that was there. And then if we jump now to, let's just go to, this is where we get into a little bit of a sketchy part. Let's go to 30 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Oh yeah.
And this was a point in the game right here. The 49ers are up 7-6. And as soon as they got the ball back, I had tweeted out that they just need to run the ball and get into the,
especially considering they were going to get the ball to start the second half. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, and regardless, let's just take the ball into the half at the lead. Let's not worry about messing around with it. So, but Shanahan gets aggressive and decides to go down the field, and they get the completion here to Bourne. This is a nice little throw over the middle, though.
It certainly is. It's a good call. Everyone's focused over here where Kittle is. You get this one-on-one with Bourne. It's a really nice throw. It's a nice route. And now Shanahan's like, okay, let's keep going. No.
Yeah.
No. He's like a guy at the crap table. It's like, oh, let's do it one more time. Like, nah, man, you got to go home right now.
Yep. That's exactly what I was.
Take your chips. Yeah.
He comes back on the next play and he hits McKinnon for a nice little gain too. And then at that point, you're right. At that point, Shanahan's thinking, okay, we really got him now.
Yeah. So let's go real quick to the McKinnon play. Now you're really chancing it, but at least pre-snap, you got the running back there. It might be a run. The defense can't just pin its ears back, to use a terrible cliche, but it's a straight drop and it's a little check down. Nothing that tough. Something bad could happen, but it didn't on this play.
Yeah, no, it's an easy throw. There's not a whole lot of risk there on it. Luckily, it's blocked up pretty decent. McGlinchey actually gets in front of his man all the way. He's not chasing around the edge.
Yep.
And they
now you're 2 for 2.
Yeah, you're 2 for 2. Now you're really thinking, okay, let's roll the dice again. And this is where they get themselves into trouble and they get lucky. This
to me could have been the game because he just drops it. And now when he did this, I'm watching live. I'm like, you're kidding me. Empty? You're kidding me. On 1st and 10. We talked about this, Kyle. What are you doing? It's like, all right, let's just tell Arizona we're passing, guys.
It's the same situation as what they did against Washington, middle of the field, late in the first half. We're going to go empty. And he just gets lucky here that this ball, that the linebacker drops it, because this should be going the other way.
Oh, yeah. It should be going the other way. And if it is, God knows what happens in this game, because now you got to really drop back and throw with C.J. Beathard. And the thing that killed me about this throw is, yeah, it's a bad call by Kyle, but it's football. There's more than one person responsible for this. And I just, C.J., if you can't, dude, what is with that? I'm sorry, C.J., the feet. The feet. You step here, you throw here. What is that? Is that Shane Day doesn't coach that?
No. That's terrible footwork. That was what I was going to point out too.
Dude.
Terrible footwork, and he's lucky that that's what causes the ball to be so bad, and he's just lucky that the linebacker drops it. Very
lucky play. So of course they come back and pass it one more time.
Yep. And on this one, you're going to get this is kind of like the Dallas game all over again kind of thing, where you get the guy just running around.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's really bad, Jack. This time, it seems like he kind of tries to go in for a punch. And maybe that's why he does it, because goes in for a little contact, kinda, and whoa.
Just
yikes.
He's so off balance so often, and you just see 43 just grab him and throw him down.
It almost looks like he's dancing in slow motion here. Whoa, there he goes.
Yeah,
man, I could watch that on loop. In fact, I might have to make a loop of that later. Okay, let's moving on.
Well, they're just lucky that when this ball bounces, and because everybody on the Niners stops.
Yes,
they're just kind of lucky that everybody on Arizona really stops too, because this is another one that could have been picked up and taken away, because there's nobody on the Niners there if he just picks it up and runs. If they had just played to the whistle, it could have been a different outcome. But
let's check out Big Mike. What's he doing? Has it occurred to him? Oh, he's thinking about it. No, let's let Justin School get that one.
No, the only guy that really ran over there was Beathard. I think he's the only one that realized what was happening.
Yep, and McKinnon. Good for them. Big Mike's like, they got it. They don't need me. They're good. All right, next one.
They really
I don't know why everything he does bugs me, but every single thing he does bugs me. I don't know. I need to go easier on him. Maybe I'm being too hard on him. He walks. I'm like, look at him walking. That's ridiculous.
When it comes to pass protection, and if he has to run do straight pass protection, he struggles, and he's okay when it's play action. We saw a couple of those, but let's go to the very next play, because this is a play where Murray really saves the 49ers here, because he has a man wide open and he decides to take the shot down the field. And you had just mentioned on Twitter that he doesn't see the field well. He should actually be going to this man down here on the bottom.
Yes.
If he hits Kirk right here, they've got 2 timeouts. He's going to get him. He probably gets that ball to about the 35, maybe even to the 30, and they're in field goal position. Instead, he takes the deeper shot. It's a much lower percentage kind of a play. And we see that's a lot from Murray in this game. He's not seeing guys, and he's just throwing the ball up a lot for grabs in this game.
Yeah. I saw it a lot. I was trying to see in my notes if I wrote down another one where let's go back real quick. I have another one where he doesn't see 2 open receivers, and then we'll continue on. But while we're on the Kyler not seeing open guys, it was alarming me. I just want to show one play. It was early in the game. I'm watching. I'm like, you know what? It's not just Cliff Kingsbury. So it's 7:28 first quarter. I didn't notice this during the game. Hold on.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. This is 7:28. Okay, so I think it's like 2 different guys in the same play. I'm not sure what he's looking at, and then we'll get back to it. So, hold on. So first of all, you got Christian Kirk open as hell right now. I mean, that's pretty open, and Kyler Murray's like, no, I don't want that. And so, okay, fine, you don't want that. Now you got this guy. No one guarding that guy. Kyler Murray like, nah, I don't want that either. And he throws to this guy. What the hell is that?
Yep.
That's really undisciplined. So I almost feel a little bit for Cliff Kingsbury down there. Like, you pass up on this one. You pass up on that one to this guy? I don't know, man. I don't know, Kyler.
Well, the biggest, in the games that we've seen Kyler Murray play against the 49ers, we have never really seen him be a very good passer. He's beaten him a lot with his running and that kind of thing. In the first game, we do have to admit, in the first game he did throw the ball pretty well to Hopkins because the Niners were playing so much zone. In this game, the Niners are playing a little bit more like a either man or matchup zone where they were more sticking to their men. They weren't letting guys run free through zones almost at any point in this game. And
well, real quick, let me show you the first defensive snap of the game, and then we'll get back onto it. But I know this is the first thing Robert Saleh showed Arizona. First play of the game. Notice the coverage. Real quick. Hopkins is down at the bottom against Verrett. It looks like it's cover 3 with the safety dropping down, but he's right there to bracket. I mean, it's 2 guys on DeAndre Hopkins. He's not gonna have a good game, and we're letting you know on the first play. I thought that was really interesting. Not happening.
And they did a great job of being physical with Hopkins as well. And I think by the second quarter, he knew that they were after him, and you could just see him kind of losing his cool a little bit.
The second half adjustment from Arizona was to send Keyshawn Johnson up the seam against Fred Warner, and it worked once for him. But this was really something that was very successful for Robert Saleh. Okay, let's get back into the offense.
Yeah.
Or wherever we were. Where should we go? Second half?
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's start off the second half. Let's go to 14-21.
Okay. There it is. Oh, Jeff Wilson. Gotta love it. Okay. Back in the shotgun, making a statement.
And they're back in that shotgun, and they're just gonna go right up the gut on him again. Really nice.
It's like split belly zone. Nope. He doesn't block him. It's like a zone read. He takes the quarterback.
It's a zone read, zone concept.
Yeah.
And by the point where the end gets to Beathard, he's already run. But this is a good cutback good vision by Wilson.
Great cutback.
And he makes that cut, and he's barely touched there. And he's once again he's 10 yards up the field before he's getting tackled.
And he just doesn't go down easily either. Takes 2 guys.
Mm-hmm. He's gaining 6-7 yards before contact. And he's running through guys for another 3 or 4.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like that play.
Yep. And let's go. Let's just go ahead to the next one too. It's 13:02.
Okay. Now we're under center.
Yeah, and they're under center, and this is going to be. They're going to go play action again.
You notice a lot of use check at H-back this year. A lot of this.
Yeah, they started doing that a lot when Kittle was hurt, and they're kind of continuing that.
Yeah. Oh, I love this play. This is so good. So good. This is the kind of stuff you saw all the time last year.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Yeah. CJ Beathard with the big block.
Yeah. Yeah, you just got to get up there and get into him a little bit faster so that he could give him a little bit more room right there.
Nice.
I think that's what the guy said on the color commentary too.
What are you doing, CJ? Come on.
Get after him a little bit more.
Oh, we got to bench CJ after that. We need better blocking from the quarterback position.
Yeah. So it was really nice.
Sure cut. That was great. Great call. It's just amazing to see, let's pause it right when Ayuk gets the ball. Look at all this space.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. That's great. It's so good. All these people.
CJ's just got to get on his horse and get up to this guy.
Come on, CJ. Oh, man. Do better next time. All right. What's the next one?
Let's just roll it. I think it's the next play.
Okay, great. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be. Yeah, this is it. They're going to play action to Kittle again. It's similar to the first play. Yep.
Off his back foot.
Just short, get it out to him quick. Let him catch the ball and do his running. He's getting 50 yards here on these two, and he's caught the ball only 4 yards away from the line of scrimmage on both. For both of these.
This might have been CJ's best throw of the game. This one or the one up the seam to Kittle.
Yeah, we're going to get to his best throw. This was a nice throw, but
it's a modest throw. Yeah, it's a pretty good throw.
No, it's a good throw. It's a good throw. He hits him in stride, and it's
off the back foot. I don't know if Nick Mullins could have made that throw that easily. You need a little arm strength to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't have the arm strength to really be able to kind of pull that one off, where he's kind of just falling back and letting it rip.
That's pretty cool. All right, what's the next one?
Let's go. So on this drive, they actually end up getting stopped.
Okay.
After this, and they missed the field goal. One of the things is we read, this is one of the only plays I think on that series where they actually threw the ball to Jordan Reed. So really kind of phased Reed out of the offense this week.
I don't think he's coming back next season, but
I don't think so. If it was up to me, I'd go with Kittle and Dwelly as my first two, and then Warner and Helm as my last two if they keep full.
Agree.
I think that's the best.
Yep, I think so too.
Let's go ahead and then so they missed the field goal on that drive, but then they're going to come back with a touchdown drive on the next one, and it really starts off on first down at 9:16.
Okay, this is the third quarter.
And this is going to be a toss out here to the right. They get the motion.
Notice that the personnel group. I always like noting Kyle Shanahan's choices. 22 personnel. I love that. I've been asking him to do that for years. It really suits the Niners' personality and personnel. Great, love it. Also, CJ Beathard checking to something interesting to see, and it's going to result in a good play. So credit to him.
Yeah, they get a nice toss out here, and he's going to go 23 yards, I think, on this one.
All right. You're going to run away from Jordan Reed. I don't understand. I mean, this should be such a tell. When he's on the field, it's going this way. Anyway.
He's not a blocker at all.
No, nice block from Dwelly, and nice job of Juszczyk to protect himself. Could have got ran over there.
And there's just nobody's touching him, and they just did a really good job of kicking out and sealing on the inside at the same time. Just really good job.
Good job by McKivitz and McGlinchey.
Yes. They do a good job of walling off the inside.
They made this play happen. The guys that I make fun of. 68 and 69, good for them. Good job. 60 did enough tier 2. Good job, 60. Yeah.
It's a really nice play. I mean, these guys just blocked their butts off this whole game, and
they really did.
If we were to go back and study how many yards were gained, he had 180 something yards, but I bet you he gained probably a good 100 plus before he was even getting hit in this game.
And it just shows you, the quarterbacks weren't necessarily being put in positions to succeed. Maybe the offensive line wasn't either. Maybe this is what they do best. And if you run the ball like this and you're committed to it, the offensive line plays well. I gave him a C in my report card after the game. After watching the coaches tape, that was harsh. They were at least a B.
Yeah, because their run blocking was so good.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Yeah. Yep. Just really good on that one. Let's jump to, where are we? Here we are. 753, I think it is.
Yeah, that's 2 plays later.
Yep.
This is second down.
So this is a play before we run it. This is a play very similar to one that we saw them run against Buffalo in the Buffalo game, where they motion out, they're empty. You're going to get the guy in the top's going to be running under.
I'm yelling at my television screen at this point. What are you doing?
The difference in this one is you're going to see Kittle and Ayuk both kind of do a little stutter step, and then what that does is that actually gives them a little bit more space because the safety's dropping back.
Yes.
And if you remember when we talked about this play in the Buffalo game, I had mentioned, you got to you're reading the single high safety. If he's going to the right, you go to, if he goes to your left, you throw it to the right. If he goes to your right, you throw it to the left. And throughout this whole thing, he's kind of fading over to the right side.
Yeah, he is. And this is the one that Mullins read incorrectly in that game, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So, and this one, he's able to put it right on him. Gets a little bit, it's a better throw. And this is really Beathard's best play of the whole game. It's a good read. This is the one where he has the most pressure on him to make the throw. And he comes.
It's all him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Kyle Shanahan manipulating the defense. It's Beathard manipulating the free safety and choosing correctly. Now, I want to say when they did this, I started tweeting before the play started some snarky stuff. And when they completed the thing, I had to delete it. I was so ready to be like, good thing they went empty backfield on whatever 2nd and 8 up 1. I was ready, but I was like, okay, I'm just gonna delete. Good call, Kyle. That was aggressive. I liked it.
Yeah, and what I was saying, what I really like is this little double move that both these guys kind of do a double move to get past the first wave, and that's really nice, and it makes the whole timing of this play better. So the throw doesn't have to get rushed. They get a little bit further. The safeties drop back a little bit further to give them a little bit more room in the hole.
Also, Beathard could have taken the underneath throw to Juszczyk and figure, maybe I'll get 6 yards and we'll live for 3rd and 2. That wouldn't have been necessarily a bad choice in 2nd and 8, given what this team is. He goes for it, and it's a great throw. So good for him.
Yeah. If he had done that with this look, I would be a little upset with him. If I was, calling the
Yeah, it would have been conservative to the max. It's like you don't believe in yourself at all. No, it's nice. It's really nice. I'm glad.
Yeah, you got exactly the look that they wanted, and they were able to take advantage of it. And from this angle, you can even watch him. He's keeping the safe in the middle, then boom, and he turns and throws.
Yeah, what he does is he looks at the safety.
Yep,
that's interesting. It's like I'm not going to give you any type of indicator. You know.
Yeah, he's just watching him, and you can see him step into his left. So okay, I'm going the other way. Boom.
Love it.
Yeah, that was his best throw of the game. No
question. Really nice throw. Tough throw. And again, what makes the throw is what he does here, not necessarily this. It's the holding the safety, really.
Yeah, he's holding the safety.
Part. Yeah, because you're not looking at Kittle. Now you got periphery, you got faith on that side of the field. You're just looking at the safety. That's cool.
Exactly. Right. He's got to trust them, and those two have played together enough where there's enough trust between the two of them.
And plus, why would you not trust George Kittle?
Right. Yeah. Right. Exactly.
Why would you not? Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Let's jump to 602.
Okay. 602. Same drive. Now we're in third down.
Yeah, we're at 3rd and 10.
Oh yeah, this is a great play. Clutch.
This is a great play by McKinnon. It's actually kind of a bad read by Beathard.
Yeah. This is still a game. It's 7-6. Niners are up 1. This is still very much a game. This is clutch.
Yeah, and Shanahan calls this is a real, simple play because he's not really stressing. It's not a stressful kind of a throw. And
oh boy. Yeah, you're talking Ayuk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had kind of predetermined that. I think he had predetermined before the snap that he was going to be going this way. Because when you watch this play from behind, you see him basically just staring down the middle linebacker.
Ooh. So he's no, I'm going to check down. I'm going to go, hey, you know what? I don't blame him. It's 3rd and 10. Don't turn the ball over. I don't blame him.
Yep.
But you're right. He passed up an open receiver to go conservative. And fair enough.
Yeah.
Gets bailed out.
Yeah, he gets bailed out by McKinnon making a great play right here to keep himself up and be able to get to the first down.
Yes.
Because if you watch this play and if he goes to the top, this play is this isn't a difficult throw at all. He's wide open. It's a simple throw, and it probably becomes they're probably down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, Tom Brady makes this in his sleep. It's just, I mean, also Jimmy Garoppolo makes this in his sleep. The quick out.
Yes,
to the left. So too. It's just all day for Jimmy. All day. He would never pass it up. Ever. Yeah, fair enough.
If he makes this catch, you've got guys here. He's probably running down. He might even score on that one with the way that the.
But it's interesting when you say the fact that he doesn't even look. Never looks. He knows. Determined. Yep, I'm going to hold the safety so that he doesn't break quickly on my check down. Yep.
And then you watch his feet, and his feet are he doesn't even step at all.
Oh, God. This is the stuff that bothers me about CJ Beathard. I'm just like, dude, you are not talented enough to have this to be this casual, in my opinion.
No, you're correct, and that's why he's had trouble throughout his career.
Matt Stafford could do stuff like this. You're not Matt Stafford.
No, not yet.
Don't do that. Ooh, if I was his quarterback coach, I was like, dude, you're making me look bad. What is that?
Yeah,
we don't do that in practice. I'm sorry. Good game, CJ. I get worked up.
You're right on it though.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to let's just go to the next. I think it's 5:19. I think it's the next play.
Oh yeah,
it's a touchdown throw.
Yeah,
it's an easy one. All the touchdown throws are really pretty straightforward. It's just play action. It's like kind of a little power, boom, and he hits him.
Baker's a nice design. It's a nice route by Juszczyk. He's fast. He's surprisingly fast.
Yes. Yep.
That's part of his game. Just beats you to the angle.
And a good job of getting to the corner and driving in.
I'm surprised they don't go to him in the red zone more often. He's quite good around the goal line and short yardage. He should have scored so many more touchdowns in his 49ers career. Anyway, it's good to see it at the very end.
He should have been getting the ball a lot more than he does.
Yeah, it's great. At least they got it to him now. Love this play. And they run it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Really good stuff.
Yep. Okay.
Let's just jump over to 11:14 of the fourth.
Okay.
We're kind of getting long.
All right, fast forward. 11:14. This is 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 8. And this the 3rd and 8 kind of gets set up because Kittle had a drop on 1st down.
Okay. Yes, he did. This was the other series that I questioned from Kyle, starting out with that pass on 1st down, then coming back with the zone read on second. And it's like, that's just a little too cute. But here we go on 3rd and 8. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, and on 3rd and 8 here, they run a screen and they get the perfect look for it. This should be a big gainer, except for what you're going to see here is Brunskill comes out and he's going to miss his block.
Ooh.
And the guy that he's supposed to block is the one who makes the tackle. He's supposed to get this guy almost where your arrow is. He misses him.
Ooh,
he steps
that's
under.
a flyby.
Yep, and that's where the tackle is made.
They would have had the first down.
Yep.
Well, he's about an inch short as is, right?
Right. If he just gets a hand on him, it's a first down. And you can see Shanahan in game on the TV camera not being happy with that.
Of course. 60. And here's the thing. We like Daniel Brunskill. He's a good story. He fills in. He plays lots of positions. Is this a starter in the NFL? I don't know, man. They might need to upgrade his spot as well.
They need to try to. They need to look.
They certainly need to try to. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of Shanahan on the sideline. Is that him? Might be him.
Yeah. You don't.
He doesn't look happy.
Anyway. I think you lose it because they cut it off.
Yeah.
You can't see him.
All
but
right.
on the game cut, you could see it.
And they punt here, right?
Yeah, they end up having to punt. Yeah, they end up having to punt.
I saw some people on Twitter being like, "Oh, come on!" Like, no. God forbid you go for it and give them 3 points.
No, it's a smart thing to do. I mean, you've been running the ball, but that's a smart thing to do because you have the lead at that point. Yep. And that's exactly why the Niners were able to win this game is because you kept the Cardinals just kept going for it, and they put themselves, in bad situations. They had the interception, big play by the Niners. They had the 4th down that got stopped, and that's actually where we're going to go next. So they had just stopped the 4th down, and the Niners get it back.
Okay.
With 9 minutes to go in the game.
Yes, they did. So here we go.
The play before is the one that Warner knocks the ball down. You get the ball at 35. It's basically the opposite of what we talked about. And here's Wilson's going to get the ball, and he's not even going to get touched. This is just.
Notice the score is 14-12. I mean, we remember this as being kind of like an easy game because the Cardinals never really did anything on offense, but it was tight until the very end, until basically this moment.
Yeah. Maybe this is where they blew it open.
Oh, wait. Oh, come on. So what is this? This is power.
Yes.
Power. This is grinding the meat. Jim Harbaugh will be proud. What makes it power? You're running to the strong side, the tight end and the tackle. Well, the tight end blocks down. The fullback kicks out, and the backside guard wraps around and leads. Boom.
Yep. And he goes through there, and I think the guy just barely gets a hand on him, and this is just way too easy. That's
all pro. Runs Baker.
Runs through the arm tackle.
Yep. He's surprisingly different. He doesn't make a bunch of really flashy cuts. He just breaks tackles.
Yeah, he doesn't have the ability. He's a north-south guy.
Love him.
And just up the field. And they score. They score on the next play.
He just doesn't quite have the speed to finish this off himself. But he almost got it. He almost got the he should have got the touchdown. I can't believe they gave it to Juszczyk and not him on the next play. It's dirty.
Yeah. Ball's in the outside hand and
When you were a coach, would you try to reward a guy who got that far away from the touchdown on the next play? Or you can't think that way? I don't know.
No, you can. I mean, at this point, you're down there at the 1 yard line. Might as well give him one shot and then
give him a shot. Juszczyk gets the touchdown. Even Kittle said it at the post-game press conference. He's like, I don't understand why he would go out the one and let Kittle let Juszczyk get his touchdown. What are you thinking? Yeah, dude. What are you thinking? Anyway.
Yeah, they get the touchdown pass, and that's really the game from the offensive standpoint. I mean, it was all power and a little bit of Beathard. Easy throws for the most part, and he just did a really good job of
it was a
managing the game.
Fabulous game plan.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Did you want to take a look at any of the
momentary blip at the end of the first half? Yeah. Well, let's talk. You want to look at some defense?
Well, I just want to talk about Ahkello Witherspoon a little bit because I thought he had a heck of a game.
Great. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. His first at 14-19, that was the first series of the game, and he gets beat on the deep route by
14-19. Oh, it was Kirk.
There's a little push off on it, so
yes,
kind of, and you had mentioned this too. They're right up. He's right up in his face, and he does a really good job of
hands on him.
Yep, and he's running right with them.
Good technique. Just a little bit of the stutter, and then he stops his feet, and now he goes. But still, he's running right with him.
Yeah, and he's done a good job. He's that first 5 yards, he was really he held his own there, and now he's running right in his hip pocket. A little bit of a push off to get the separation.
And what's key is like, this is going to happen to you sometimes in the NFL. Are you going to go in the tank? And he didn't.
No, he really didn't. And that's what that,
yeah.
And in the same series, if you jump to
11:32, yep.
It
was a tone setter.
Yeah, it was really a tone setter for where he was going to be this game, because, we'd seen him get beat deep, and how are you going to respond to that? And this is just, he just does a really good job. He gets out there, he's unblocked.
Real quick, it's 1st and 10. Okay, sorry about that.
It's okay. He's unblocked, but he's able just to fire up there and make this tackle for, no gain, loss of 1. That's really good defense.
You don't think of Ahkello Witherspoon being this aggressive, hitting with this kind of force, it's not his game, but all of a sudden, it is. I mean, Sherman wouldn't have been able to do that this year. That's an upgrade.
It is. Having Sherman out was really an upgrade for what they needed to do this week.
No question about it. And you saw it a lot with the tackling.
Yep.
Also, his interception was just beautiful. If we get there later.
Yeah, we will. Let's jump to 229, because this is really probably my favorite play of the game from him.
Okay. 229 first quarter.
Second quarter, I think it is.
Second quarter. All right. There it is.
Yeah. And he's in a tough spot here because of the way they kind of got a little bit of congestion right there with the tight end. So he's got to go over the top, but he just does such a good job of driving on this ball.
Yes, he does.
And the way that he finishes this play is so unlike what we've seen from him throughout his career with the 49ers, or what the perception has been. He just drives right through the man and celebrates it at the end. It was really nice.
Yeah. All it's like, wow, Ahkello Witherspoon, look at you. Absolutely, man. Good for him. Now, I'd like to see him do it like more than one, like twice, 2 games in a row. But it almost feels like a guy who like comes in and does a really good job in his final after not studying all season. But no, good for him. Good for him. Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, we had seen him play. He played well last week when he came in, and he really took a nice step this week, though.
He did.
We saw the same thing in the third quarter. He had a nice tackle on Fitzpatrick on a screen play as well.
Yes.
In the third quarter, was it 42 seconds left?
Yes, 42 seconds. Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on.
Sorry, not Fitzpatrick. Wrong team.
I like calling him Fitzpatrick. I like getting people's names wrong on info. It's pretty funny. Okay. So Fitzpatrick's right here. He runs out. Another one. This is basically a touchdown if Richard Sherman's out there.
Yeah. And he squares them up, and it's not a super hard tackle or nothing, but he squares them up and he hangs on and brings them down. It's a really nice play.
Man. Yeah, it's a big guy. He's basically like a tight end.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's really, you watch that play on TV and you don't really think a whole lot about it, but when you take everything into account with who it is and the fact that he was able to go out there and make that tackle one-on-one, that's a big time play.
And the fact that Sherman missed this tackle twice last week, and if he misses this tackle, it's at best down at the 1, maybe a touchdown.
Yeah.
Depending on what. Yeah.
For sure, first down, and you're right. Definitely inside the 5 there.
Yeah. Okay. Any more?
Yeah, let's go. I do want to show. Let's go to 13. No, let's skip that one. Let's go to 5:51.
In the what?
We're in the fourth quarter. Sorry.
Okay, 5:51. Fine.
He only really made 2 bad mistakes in this game. One of them was on early in the fourth quarter on the holding in the end zone. But even on that hold, it wasn't bad because he was physical. Now, he makes a mistake here because he's the last guy in the line. He's got to have contain. And it's 4th down, I think. And he's going to buy it on the dive. I don't know why he would do that.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to make a play.
Yeah.
That's his fault. Yeah. He loses contain. And they're like, it's a big gain. They gain the first down. But the reason I want to show this one isn't because of his mistake. I want to show really what happens on the, after that, how he rebounds from this, because it's spectacular.
This was really the only play that the Niners gave up contain to the right all game. They gave up one scramble to the left for about 10 yards on 4th and 5 early at one point where I guess they were kind of playing him. They were kind of giving him that. But, this was the one. All right, so you want to go to the next play?
Let's go to let me see what it was. It's 4:42, so it might be the next play.
All right, hold on. Two plays later.
Yeah. So he just made that mistake, and then he comes back with this one. And it just turns this is really that finishes off the game.
It's just great. Notice he's in man-to-man coverage. He's going to have his back to the play, and then he turns back around.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk again. Gets his hands on him. Perfect technique. peeks back, opens up his hips. It's really nice.
Yeah, he's right there. He's right in his hip pocket, and he's able to turn around and see the ball and elevate and make a really nice play.
Yeah, Kirk had no chance. He just gives up on it. It's like the ball was thrown to Kello. It's great.
Yeah, and that's one of the things the color commentator was saying is he's got to make a play, but I don't see how Kirk's going to be able to make a play on this ball when you just watch unless he's Superman and can just stop on a dime and bounce back. He's not going to be able to make that play.
No, absolutely. It's not a really well thrown ball from Kyler either. And the thing with the Kello, what I'm seeing is if he can tackle like he did in this game and jam like he did in this game and play in a scheme that allows him to play trail man coverage, he's going to have a really good career, I think.
You're right. And he played good in zone 2 in this game, but you're right. If he gets his hands on the man like he did in this game, that's when he's at his best. Because
he can really move. He can run. He can change directions. He's big, man. He's going to have his best years are ahead of him. I wonder if the Niners can keep him.
I hope they can, because if they could bring him back along with Mosley, who's a restricted free agent, which they should be able to, that'd be huge for them because they basically have at least 4 guys set in their secondary.
I would also recommend them keeping Jason Verrett.
Yes. Yes.
I have some defensive stuff to we could go through if you got some time.
Yeah, no, I've got time, depending on what you want.
Okay, not too much, but I was focused on defense this week. I showed you the first play. We talked about where they double Hopkins. We showed Witherspoon getting burned. We showed Witherspoon's tackle for loss. Let's go to 10-20 in the first half, and let's go. I got like 10 plays. We won't take too long. 10-20. Okay. This was that first drive of the game. This is where they get away with only giving up the field goal. And if you notice, Akello, he doesn't get beat to the inside. They're playing zone. And Marcel Harris kind of bites on whatever. And this is open. This is definitely open. And Murray sees him, hits him. The throw isn't great. But even if it was better, Tavarius Moore gets all the way across the end zone and makes a really nice hit.
Yes.
He had a really good game. That was a nice play.
Yeah, he does a great job of finishing them off.
Yep. So I think it was Tavarius Moore struggled at first when he was inserted into the lineup. He looked like he hadn't played in 2 years. In this game, he was all over the field and he was clutch. So
yeah, both those safeties played well this week.
Yes. I showed you the one where Kyler didn't see the open receiver. Let's show real quick Witherspoon's blitz, because this was really what controlled the game, these blitzes. And they called like 10 of them, and like all of them worked. So here we got 3rd and 10. Notice you got Witherspoon right here, trips left. He's splitzing. And the idea is do not let Kyler Murray escape to his right. If he's going to scramble, make him scramble left. And he doesn't want to go to his left. It's open. He could possibly run for that, but he tries to scramble back to his right, and there's more pressure there. It's a great call by Robert Saleh.
Yeah, and there's nobody there for him.
I like that. All right, hold on. We'll keep going. Let's check out Kerry Hyder real quick. His sack in the second quarter was really nice.
It was.
Let's go through it.
2 minutes.
8:24. Here we go.
Oh, that's a different one. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So where we got? It's 1st and 10. Kerry Hyder is over here. And what you notice is, first of all, he's got a lot of power. He rocks this guy with a little bit of like, I don't know what you call it, bull rush. And then he pushes him and then he pulls him back.
Yeah.
I like that.
He's got that push to kind of get him up off his balance and then yanks him under.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's cool. I like that move. He's not Nick Bosa, but that's effective. The push pull, I like it. Boom. And Chris Coates, good job for teaching that.
Yeah, he's got more sacks on Murray than Bosa does so far.
Absolutely. Good point. Good point. Hey, Kerry Hyder, the most underrated player on the Niners defense. All right. So that's cool. Oh, okay. Another blitz with the Al-Shaair spy. So this is 5:38 in the third quarter. They did such a good job of containing Kyler Murray. I mean, it's been such an issue for Robert Saleh, and he finally figured it out. So in this play, you got a blitz. Here comes Dre Greenlaw every time. the blitz is coming off the defensive left, the offensive right. And even when they call it right, sometimes Kyler Murray is just so athletic, he beats him. So Dre Greenlaw's coming in here to contain him. Murray still gets outside him. Watch Al-Shaair run. That's a nice little burst.
Yeah.
Did you notice that during the game?
Yeah, really good closing speed.
Whew. And nice call with the spy behind the blitz. It's really good.
Yeah, as soon as he got out of the pocket, he was just shot out of a cannon to get to him.
Yep, and there were a couple like that from Contavious Street too. So a lot of speed on this. Yeah. Okay, so hold on. Next play. Let's go to the next play. So the next play, this is now 3rd and 7. So what is Robert Saleh gonna do? Let's see. So again, here's the blitz off the defensive left. What is the coverage, and why can he do this? Why does this work? He's rushing 5. He's playing man behind it with, he's on this guy. He's on this guy. This works because Jason Verrett can cover DeAndre Hopkins man to man.
Yep.
That's the only reason this works.
Yeah, because they're able to cover man across the board with their corners, all 3 of them.
That's right. So, I mean, it's a great call by Saleh. It's creative. It's a great blitz by Emmanuel Mosley. But all of this is made possible by the guy wearing number 22. He's important.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, we'll cycle through these. Greenlaw. Oh, okay. This is another one. Saleh's getting really good. We saw him start to make these adjustments against Buffalo. He kept letting Josh Allen escape the pocket and throw while rolling to his right. And then against Buffalo in the second half, they started rolling stunts to that side, which is clever, having guys loop over here. You see it. You have Greenlaw coming off that side. You have Warner looping to that side. It's like, dude, if you want to run to the left, it's wide open, dude.
Yeah, go ahead and take it.
Go ahead and take it. And he does it. He checks it down. Also, let's see what they do with Hopkins.
They're in man.
Marin man. Look at Jason Verrett.
Mm-hmm.
Look at him. I mean, who else can do this? They got to bring this guy back. Great coverage. He needs a little props for this game that he had. This is an amazing game that Jason Verrett had against an elite wide receiver.
Yes, no, he did. That's the difference in the game from week 1 to week 2 was his coverage and his ability, having him in the game, which allows them to play man coverage.
There's no question. No question. Yeah. I mean, that's basically it. That's pretty much it. I just basically a lot of examples of the Niners doing that. I thought it was really, really well planned and executed by the defense.
Yeah, they did a really good job. And the couple of times that Murray was able to escape, it wasn't because of a bad plan. It was just because of one guy getting too far upfield or a guy got flat-footed on a play. They did a really good job on defense of keeping guys, keeping Murray in the pocket, but being aggressive at the same time on the back end. It was really nice. Jacob
asks you, Jack, how good would Kyler be if Shanahan was his head coach?
I don't think that would be a match at all because that's just not. I mean, I don't see Murray being able to run that system. I just don't.
Well, he is quite a downfield thrower, and if you paired him with George Kittle, it'd be a nice little start. You're right, Kyler needs to be in the shotgun, like he is. You need to use his legs, and that's not what we think of when we think of Kyle's offense. But what he did in this game makes me think like it's a lot of shotgun from Kyle Shanahan. Was that just opponent specific, or are you prepping something for next season? I don't know. If they draft Trey Lance, I'm coming back to this game being like, okay, it was there. They're prepping a shotgun-based offense, and if that's how they want to do it, then they could use a quarterback like that. I don't know.
It could be because and he has said in the past that Beathard is more of an athletic quarterback, as the most of the athletic quarterbacks that he has on his team of the 3. So that could be part of it too, because you did see him run the quarterback read twice. With him, they had a really nice gain on the one and a shorter gain on the second one, and having hit that big one actually opened up the one zone later on in the game. So, I could see that, but as far as Murray goes, I'm not enamored with his ability to throw the ball as much as some other folks are.
When I see him in person, he's very athletic, and so you can see how far the ball travels and how accurate it is, and he can kind of make you drop your jaw. But when you watch him in slow motion on coach's film, you just see how many open receivers he misses. Like, actually, you're not as good as I thought you were. You're a really good athlete, but you're not refined at all as a quarterback. And you might just get this Cliff Kingsbury guy fired, although he has his own problems.
Yeah.
Real quick, it says, why doesn't Salah run nickel 3-3-5 wide with K1?
Because he wants to have the 3-3-5 is a little bit of a different defense. He wants to have 4 guys rushing when he's in nickel situation, and that's really why.
Yes, and he's really good at disguising where the 5th rusher comes from. Arizona couldn't figure it out all game. It was kind of interesting to see. I guess that's also a condemnation of Cliff Kingsbury's. Like, how many blitzes off the right side of your offense are you going to see in this game before you figure something out? Maybe you'll have a solution next week, or maybe you won't. Maybe we'll have to wait until the offseason to figure it out.
Yeah, most likely.
I've monopolized all of Jack's time, Jackie, so much. Thank you so much for coming on and having all this prepared and showing us what really happened. I learned from it. I appreciate you.
No problem. I love doing this stuff.
Of course. We'll be back next week for the final film breakdown of the season. Hold on. Carson just donated $2. Appreciate you, Carson. Take care. See you.